first time I saw it, and you were actually racing then at the Silverstone Festival.
Hi everyone, welcome to another video, where today you find me in the FTP Vantage, having just arrived at Wilton House for Concours de Légendes. And there's lots of cars arriving, so I'm not sure what Aston Martins are on display here today, so it'll be interesting to see what they've got. But I know they've got some significant cars, so really interested to have a look around. And I thought I'd bring you along with me to see what this is all about. I think this is the first time this has been held, this event, at this location, so the house looks really lovely. So let's kind of look around. Before we explore, let's place Wilton House on the map. Just 3 miles west of Salisbury, this Grade 1 listed country house stands on the site of a medieval nunnery. The estate passed to the Herbert family in 1542, and the house was rebuilt after 1544. Today it remains home to the 18th Earl and Countess of Pembroke. For the inaugural Concours de Légendes, these lawns and formal gardens become an intimate motoring theatre. Smaller than Goodwood, perhaps, but wonderfully elegant. Wilton House is around 90 miles southwest of London and roughly 47 miles by road from Bristol. And Stonehenge? That's just 9 miles away across the Salisbury Plain.
Let's take it back a few good years to when the world was ending. Let's take it back to me and you. You called me up and said that you just got your driver's license, and that there's nothing we can do. Running every light past the city of Pasadena, at Cecilia. On the radio, swear I could have died right there and I'd be happy. I guess time tricked me, 'cause where'd it go? And I wonder.
This may not be an Aston Martin, but some stories simply pull you in. Here is the actual 1989 Camel Trophy Land Rover 110. Driven in Brazil by brothers Bob and Joe Ives. As a child I was fascinated by the Camel Trophy. A few years ago my parents bought me a large book filled with its adventures, so seeing this survivor beneath the trees at Wilton brought those memories flooding back. The 1989 event crossed the Trans-Amazonian Highway during the rainy season, with crews sometimes covering only a mile or two in an entire day. Inside, the original clothing, cases and equipment remain. Above, the rack carried vital gear, and sometimes the crew searching for a way through. Every hard-earned scar is still here on this Defender. After nearly 3 weeks and around 1,000 miles, Bob and Joe became the only British team ever to win the Camel Trophy. They were later awarded the Royal Automobile Club Seagrave Trophy. Quite a story. Now let's continue around Wilton and find some Aston Martins.
Let's take it back a few good years to when the world was ending. Let's take it back to me and you.
But the Moorsound Straight, because it used to be the whole straight was where the trucks went down, it all sat along and all did. And both sides of the centre line had dips in them where the trucks would dent the road.
Here we have a 1959 Aston Martin DB Mark III, the final development of the DB2-4, and one of just 551 built. Originally supplied by Langley Motors of Thames Ditton, run by Le Mans winner Roy Salvadori, it has the uprated 178 brake horsepower DBA engine and twin exhausts, good for 120 miles per hour. Inside, the tan leather, thin-rimmed steering wheel and beautifully arranged instruments are pure late 50s Aston Martin. The driving gloves and the period map resting on the front seat are a lovely touch, as though another long continental journey is only moments away. Then there's this wonderful period tax disc, issued at Goodwood on the 31st of December 1958 and apparently costing £12.10. Period suitcases sit beneath the rear glass, followed by the David Brown Aston Martin wings, a perfectly judged piece of theatre. Shipped to New Zealand in 1963, the car remained there for more than 50 years. Discovered as a barn find in 2019, it has since received a bare metal repaint, retrim and extensive mechanical work. Those two tiny occasional rear seats explain the original DB2-4 name. Today, owner Roy Bertello still uses the car properly, regularly touring Europe and even driving solo to Malta and back.
The maroon DB2 that they've restored over a number of years and now race very regularly, that we saw earlier on, and they've agreed for me to come and speak to them on camera, so I've arranged to meet them by their car in about an hour's time. But they gave me a tip off and I haven't seen it yet. There's a pre-war Aston just over here, so let's go and see if we can find it.
Something's in the air, I can feel it everywhere.
Here we have a 1934 Aston Martin Mark II short chassis Tourer, built in April and first registered that July as BGF 551. Only 61 were built, and remarkably 59 are believed to survive. The AMAC badge sits proudly beside Aston Martin's elegant wings. Inside, the cockpit is wonderfully purposeful. Deep green leather, large instruments, toggle switches and a gear lever ready for serious work. The dashboard carries several AMAC Concours shields, including this first-in-class award from the Autumn Concours of 1975. That caught my eye for one personal reason, as it's the year I was born. And just look at those gleaming external exhaust pipes. Its 1495cc overhead cam, dry sumped engine produced 73 brake horsepower and around 85 miles per hour, or apparently another 5 with the windscreen folded down. A beautiful survivor with history written into every detail. Great to see it here.
Start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps crippling. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down. And now I'm dying. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Aiming for the sky. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Now they're looking up. I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down.
Inside Wilton House, Nigel Mansell's unmistakable helmet introduced a remarkable celebration of motorsport history. Displayed individually along this magnificent corridor were dozens of helmets worn by some of racing's best known names. Each carries its own colours, design and identity, instantly recognisable to generations of Formula One supporters. Set against the sculptures, vaulted ceiling and historic surroundings of the house, they appeared almost like works of art. Deeply personal objects that once accompanied their drivers into some of the fastest and most demanding moments of their careers. One particular meaningful exhibit was Sir Jackie Stewart's World Champion's helmet, created for Race Against Dementia and carrying the signatures of every living Formula One World Champion. A powerful symbol of motorsport united behind an important cause.
Beautiful house. Sorry I wasn't able to film a lot of it inside, but even these gardens out the front are just stunning. And there's a special Aston Martin that I've spotted, and it's just over here that I want to show you.
Emerging between the trees is something you certainly don't see every day. The Aston Martin Bertone Jet 2+2. Created in 2013, this one-off reimagined the Rapide as an elegant shooting brake. Commissioned by Aston Martin collector Barry Weir and unveiled at Geneva, Bertone's closure in 2014 ended plans for a limited production run, leaving this the sole example, and this was the celebrated Italian design house's final completed project. Here at Wilton it led the auction, selling for £297,440, including premium, while the Jet 2 registration sold separately for an extraordinary £100,000.
So yeah, I'm not sure what you think about that. Aston Martin Bertone. It's almost like a cross between a Vanquish, a DB9 and a Rapide all in one. But yeah, very distinctive. I'm sure that's only one of a kind. Anyway, let's have a look around, see what else we can see.
Along one side of Wilton House sat part of Lord Pembroke's wonderfully varied car collection. Wilton remains home to the 18th Earl and Countess of Pembroke. Among the display was this stunning 2004 Aston Martin V12 Vanquish, made famous by Die Another Day, with 460 horsepower and a top speed of 190 miles per hour. Great to see this here.
So there we have it, the Earl of Pembroke's car collection out on display. There'd be no surprise that my favourite was the Vanquish, the first generation Vanquish. And as I've said numerous times, 2026 is a significant year because it's the 25th anniversary of the Vanquish. So yeah, it's really great to see one here.
Having just seen the Earl of Pembroke's first generation Vanquish, this is a good moment to show you where Fuel the Passion goes beyond the films. At fuelthepassion.co.uk, the main navigation and these large homepage doorways lead to our weekly roundups, featured articles, the Motorsport Hub and Aston Martin buyer's guides. Scroll down and you'll find our growing library, currently covering the DBS, DB9, DB11, the V8 era V8 Vantage and the first generation Vanquish. Select the Vanquish and you'll enter a detailed independent guide with an estimated reading time of around 65 to 70 minutes, covering its history, specifications, ownership experience, known issues and the checks that matter before buying. And as this second generation Vanquish appears, research is already underway for its own dedicated guide. There's much more for Aston Martin enthusiasts across the FTP website, so please take a look.
David, nice to see you again.
Hi, Dan,
We've met before, haven't we?
Yeah, have met before.
But I've never spoken to you about your lovely DB2, and I've managed to find you both together. So I thought I would take the opportunity and you can talk around your lovely car.
Catch me if you can. Yeah.
But I've actually seen this, when was it? Last year at Silverstone was, I think, the first time I saw it, and you were actually racing then at the Silverstone Festival. How long have you owned the car, David?
Well, we got the car in 2004 as a wreck. We'd been languishing in a barn for 30 years.
Wow.
And it was in a poor state, so we thought it's the ideal project to make a race car.
Yes.
Because the interior was totally scrap and this kind of thing, so I felt, okay, we don't worry about the interior, as long as it's got all the big bits.
Yes.
And we can make a race car, so which we did.
Wow. And I expect, after being in a barn for 30 years, how much of it was sort of usable? Was it literally a whole strip down and start again?
We stripped it down to every last nut and bolt and rebuilt it with modifications for racing. So we changed a few little bits and pieces within the regs.
Yep.
So we could bring it back to a competitive race car.
And there's no mistaking it is a race car because it does look slightly different. And actually I filmed a DB2 just over there opposite this one.
Yeah.
And they do look slightly different, don't they?
Well, hey, obviously that's a Mark III, so it's got more chrome on it.
Yeah.
It's got chrome bumpers, which these never had. They just had a kind of chrome strip around the outside. And they were slightly different because they had a later car and that got 2+2. This is only a two-seater. Got a rear hatch, which it doesn't have. So I think it's a nicer body shape. It's got a bit more continuity to it. It just flows nicely.
Yeah. How long did it take you to restore it? Was it a number of years? Wow.
It took 3 years to actually get it back and competitive.
Yeah. And what's it like to drive, David? Because you're still competing.
I'm still competing. We were at Donington a few weeks ago where we had a class win in the race.
Oh, fantastic. So congratulations.
Went very well with that. My co-driver Peter Snowden. So.
Oh, brilliant.
And we have Snowy to blame for nicknaming the car Maureen.
Oh, right.
Because maroon.
Maroon Maureen.
And we started off to annoy my wife Anne. The commentators were then saying Maureen is on track, Maureen is doing this.
So Maureen is well known.
Maureen has gone quite famous. We even got into the Autosport under the name of Maureen. So.
No, that's fantastic. And when I was at Silverstone Festival last year and I saw this actually being driven around the track, probably with yourself behind the wheel, it sounds brilliant and it looks amazing on track, as all Astons do in my opinion. Unbiased, obviously. So do you mind showing us inside the car and just seeing what it's like inside?
We can see we see the office.
Let's have a look at it. If you go the driver's side, I'll go this side, that'd be great.
Let's follow that. you come down here.
Because this looks quite different, doesn't it? From
Basically, the layout is as per a standard Aston Martin, same pedal setup.
yeah,
Dashboard is nearly the same except for the dials, and we've just changed the dials to something slightly more readable
yeah,
and more accurate
yeah,
for racing side of things. Even the speedo is accurate because you have a pit lane limit which you've got to abide by.
yeah. Got to monitor all of that.
Obviously got a full roll cage
Yeah,
all round because say my wife drove the car, daughter, brother, sister-in-law and everything, so we want to make sure it was as safe as possible.
yeah,
And it's got a fast system, built-in fast system as well.
yeah,
Obviously a full competition race seat with a full harness,
yeah,
to hold you in place, because if you had the original, had a kind of like a bench seat in here,
yeah.
you spend all your time hanging onto the steering wheel trying to stay in front of it rather than sliding across to the passenger
That's
seat.
not great for racing, is it?
No.
What's it like being in that driver's seat with the sort of noise and everything? I appreciate you've got a helmet
You've
on,
got
so
crash
it's
helmet
probably
on and balaclava and everything else. So, but there is a noise, and and especially when you get near the end of a long race, you start hearing rattles and shakes. What's that noise?
yeah.
What's this noise?
Will it last?
Will it last? That's it. Look at all the dials. Everything's okay.
No, fantastic.
So, but it gets quite warm. As you see, there's no insulation on the roof. You can probably put your hand on that now. You feel how hot it is just sitting here.
Yeah, because it's a very warm day.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
it's very
so
warm.
it gets a bit warm in here. I don't know what it's been up to, but I think sometimes a very hot Brands Hatch, it must have been about 50 degrees in here.
Wow, that's especially with all your kit on as well.
Yeah, you've got 3-layer Nomex suit, you've got underwear, you've got socks, boots,
That's going to be
gloves.
because it feels like an oven, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you do touch it.
You don't need to go to the gym. Lots of people think just driving around in a car is quite easy.
Yeah.
That you don't do much physical effort, but when you're in one of these and it's that hot,
Yeah.
and there's no power steering, no power brakes.
Yeah. You're working hard.
You're working.
Yeah, absolutely. I can
and
imagine.
You do
Yeah.
come out. It's a good way to lose a bit of weight quickly, like the jockeys do when they go on a horse.
Yeah, I bet you're losing a
You
lot
can't
of
sweat
fluid.
it all off. Yeah,
In relation to ventilation, then, when you're in the cabin, is there any?
we've got opening windows,
Yeah.
and even it's got flaps underneath. But the original heater, it has got the original heater in here. Even though it's a
Right.
race car, it is set up for the road.
Yeah.
And so you can get fresh air in through that as well.
Yeah.
And we've got vents in the rear window, because the rear window's Perspex on these.
Yeah.
And we cut vents in the
noticed
rear
those.
window to try and get a bit of flue through. So it's not too bad, but
Yeah.
it does get very hot. And if
Yeah,
you're
I
in there
bet.
for an hour, you know.
Yeah, you know about it at the end of the race. Do you mind if you have a look at the engine and you can
Yeah,
tell
no,
us
we can do that.
what engine you've got in this one?
Yeah.
I don't know how you get to it.
I'll say, I just. Do the catches. These are modification. Originally there would be a big bar inside that pulls it all down from the
Right.
inside, but that's just big,
Okay.
clunky and
Wow.
heavy. So
It's a huge bonnet.
yeah,
Is it? I was going to say, is it a two-man job? But
no,
wow, look at that.
the bonnet's all aluminium.
Yeah.
So if you bend it, it's expensive. But
This looks impressive, and excuse my naivety, but what are we looking at here, David, for the benefit of people
right,
watching?
we're looking at it's basically a straight six engine, 3 litre capacity. Originally, this engine was designed by W.O. Bentley and Willie Watson for the Lagonda, and that's why David Brown bought Lagondas to get this engine to put in the DB2. The standard engine was 2.6, but this has been enlarged. The later versions of this engine are 3 litre, so it's been enlarged to the later engine.
Yeah.
But it's still in the 3 litre, up to 3 litre class.
Right.
Got Weber carburetors, and they are period correct Webers that we're allowed to use because the car has FIA papers, which means it is in a specification that was raced in period.
Yeah.
And they're quite strict, so you've got to make sure everything's correct.
Yeah.
We have drum brakes, not disc brakes. We've got the original steering, original suspension, original chassis.
Yeah.
Bodywork, apart from what has to be been repaired because of wear and tear or corrosion, the bodywork on this car is, I say, 80% original.
Yeah. So actually, all in all, it's quite an original car.
It is quite an original car, yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously some differences that we've seen on the inside. But actually, when you peel the bonnet open and you see what's underneath.
Well, a lot of the race cars do away with the heater system because it's heavy and it's up high, which you don't want. But we want to use it as a road car as well as a race car. And again, it's something that the FIA like. You know, if you look at the team cars, they do away with that, even in period.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, you've got a few other things like a cold air box to try and feed the carburetors cold air rather than hot air from the engine bay.
So do you drive this on the road as well, on the public road?
Yeah, it is driven to this show.
Yeah.
You know, okay, we only live a few miles away, but it is road legal.
Yeah.
So you can drive it on the road. It's a bit of a handful. It's got a race clutch, so it's very in and out. It's like a switch. It isn't really a clutch.
Yeah.
You know, it's used to being having the clutch drop and spinning the wheels off the line, but you can't really do that at traffic lights. Well, you can, but it's soon.
No, absolutely. And what are the brakes like? Because bearing in mind it's got drum brakes, I expect that's quite.
The brakes are.
You need to think ahead.
When they're cold on the public road, just because they need to think ahead because they're designed for going fast and then designed to work when they're hot.
Yes.
So when they're cold, they don't.
Yeah.
So when they're up to temperature, they're not too bad.
Yeah.
You know, but we do struggle with brakes. It is one of our Achilles heels with any drum brake car like this.
Yeah.
You know, this age of car, they're not like they weigh 1,100 kilos. You know, you're trying to brake with the people with disc brakes on their cars when you're racing. It can be interesting.
I was at Aintree filming some Aston Martin Owners Club colleagues driving their cars, and Peter was there with his lovely DB2 and he said exactly the same thing about the brakes.
Yes.
It's fine when you're on the track and it's just you and you know what you're capable of doing. It's when someone pulls out on a public road that, you know, it's not like dealing with a car with disc brakes.
And also, you put harder. They intend to grab a little bit when you're braking.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And you've had a lot of success with this car, David, haven't you? You're obviously still racing, as you mentioned.
Yes, yeah.
But this has won races and classes.
I've run quite a few races. I don't know the particular numbers. We've got a board that shows you. Have a quick look at that. But
So this is the state it was in when you first.
Yeah, it's the blue car.
Wow, look at that. Yes. And there's the details there with the car for sale. So if people are watching this and are interested, they can contact you on those details.
They can contact on those details, yes.
Fantastic. But yeah, look at all this history, and this is just a brief snapshot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anything on here that really sticks out to you, David, as a real personal favourite? Or is it all just sort of moulds into one happy memory?
There's some good ones, like Spa is always a favourite circuit. That's a brilliant circuit.
Yeah.
You know, and we did quite well at Spa in a number of years, so that was all good. You know, there's also this one that's in Portimao, which is Portugal.
Yeah.
And that circuit's amazing. If you ever watched it on the Formula One, it's up and down, and all the World Superbikes or MotoGP. You know, it is an amazing circuit, and we actually raced in the dusk and into the night. So
goodness me.
And the circuit isn't lit.
What an experience.
So
you have to rely on the lights.
Had to rely on the lights, and sometimes you're going over the top of a hill, and you can see the circuit over there, but you go down there, around there, and up, and it just going into a black hole.
Yeah, wow.
And then until you pop over the top, and you, the track's still here. I am pointing in the right direction.
Yeah. And there's just some examples there, and just some of the trophies and success that this car's had with you and your family. So what a lovely treasure trove of memories there. And I bet there's so many more boards you could do. This is just one with a few snapshots. I bet there's loads of boards you could put together.
Oh, we could have put quite a few boards up, yeah.
No, it's lovely to see.
And keeps complaining about all the trophies we got stuck everywhere.
David, thank you so much for bringing it to events like this for myself and members of the public and visitors to come and enjoy, because it's lovely and it fits in so well at surroundings like this, as all Aston Martins do.
Of course. It's a great pleasure to bring the car out and show it off. You know, you feel very proud of what you've done, and as I built most of it myself.
Yeah.
Okay, with help from my father and brother. You know, and
it's marvellous.
Very pleased with it, and it's just nice to come and share it.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. David, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
And
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
happy. He said, when you hear, give me your wallet or I will choo-choo.
So as you can see, I'm back at the FTP Vantage, having had a really good look around. It was lovely to be able to interview David around his DB2 and what a history that car's got in that family. So that was really great, and David, if you're watching, thank you very much for allowing me to do that and getting up close to your car. It's wonderful because I've seen that out on track at Silverstone, blaring past, and it's yeah, it makes a lovely noise, and it's great to see an Aston Martin there. But there's been a few Aston Martins here, and I came unprepared because I wasn't sure what Aston Martins would be on show here. So it was lovely to film some of those Aston Martins, but there's also some other lovely cars here, as you've seen. I mean, I could spend 3 days here. I think this is a 3-day event. I could probably spend all 3 days here filming every single car. But I'm going to cut the video there. But I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comments, as always, are welcome below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Remember, I want to get to 5,000 subscribers by the 1st of January 2027. Will we make it? I've got a long way to go, but you could help. It costs you nothing, but it means a great deal to me. And for all of you that are watching that have already subscribed, as a car alarm goes off, thank you very much indeed. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one.
Before we leave Wilton, I want to introduce you to a young photographer named James. As I was preparing to head home, he came over, said some incredibly kind things about the FTP Vantage, and asked whether he could create a short sequence for his Instagram account. We found a suitable backdrop beneath the trees, and James set to work. His enthusiasm, attention to detail and creativity were wonderful to watch. He edited these shots to a great music track, perfectly timed to the pictures. I can't include that music here, but you can see and hear the complete sequence on his Instagram account. Please give it a view, follow James and support a talented young creator at the beginning of his journey. Here is the sequence he created. Thanks very much, James, great to meet you, and keep up the great work.